As the famous adage goes, control the media and control the mind. China has been using this to control the media in Nepal, aimed to control the Nepalese population by distorting their worldview and threat perceptions. A classic example of fifth generation warfare. China has effectively seized control of media operations in Nepal to influence the mentality of Nepali people inside and outside Nepal via propagating fabricated content. A latest report titled China's Influence in Nepali Media Amid Aggressive Nepal Policy by the Center for Social Inclusion and Federalism has noted that China has been pulling strings like a master puppeteer, using a trio of tactics to sway the local media landscape in Nepal. By doing this, China is sanitizing coverage of its interference in Nepal's strategic affairs, encroachments on Nepalese land, debt-laden investments and political mechanizations in Kathmandu. At the same time, China is orchestrating a concerted media campaign targeting India and the United States. By doing this, China wants to create a pro-China sentiment among the masses in Nepal and create a hostile sentiment for its arch rival India and the United States. To achieve this, China has used three tools at its disposal to influence the reportage in Nepal. First, they have been sending Nepalese journalists on all expenses paid learning trips to China. Over the past 5 to 6 years, an estimated 9,000 journalists have taken these trips. However, upon their return, these journalists seem to have amnesia about the journalistic training they received or rather did not receive in a country where democracy and freedom of expression are as rare as a unicorn sighting. The second tactic is a classic case of I scratch your back, you scratch mine. The offspring of these journalists have been given the golden ticket to prestigious Chinese universities, often at discounted rates or through scholarships funded by the Chinese government, disguised as private firms. Talk about a win-win situation. The third and the final act in this Beijing-produced drama is the establishment of Chinese state media affiliates in Nepal, run by Chinese nationals with deep pockets and cutting-edge technology. These media powerhouses have become the mouthpiece of Beijing, shaping the narrative on Nepal-related policies. Experts on the issue believe that the manipulation of media by China escalated notably since the year 2016 during the tenure of Hu Yong, who was the Chinese ambassador to Nepal from November 2016 to December 2018. Under his successor, Ho Yang-ki, who operated more as a member of the Chinese Communist Party than a diplomat, Chinese influence in Nepal's media affairs intensified. Today, the situation is such that only a few pockets of resistance against China's sinister designs in Nepal that remain standing are local newspapers and magazines. Today, Nepali journalists are acting as spokespersons of Beijing, and on the radar of these media entities are India and the US. One example is the Millennium Challenge Corporation, under which the US intends to give a $500 million grant to improve Nepal's power and road networks. The agreement was signed in 2017 and ratified by the Nepalese parliament in February 2022. However, a disinformation campaign was soon launched to target MCC. Nepali online portal CRI Nepal, which is operated by China Radio International, headquartered in Beijing, was at the forefront in targeting MCC. In a video, a Chinese correspondent named Lalima explained in Nepali language how the decision of Nepal to accept the MCC grant could pave the way for the US military personnel to trample boots upon Nepali soil. The interest of posting the video on Facebook, which is banned in China, was to influence the mentality of Nepali people inside and outside Nepal through the fabricated content. At the same time, the video was produced and spread in the media and social networks at a time when Nepal's parliament was trying to forge a consensus among the parties to ratify the MCC grant agreement from the parliament. The Chinese disinformation campaign was so strong that it resulted in violent protest against MCC in Nepal, with baseless reportages on how Washington was going to subjugate Nepal. The effect of the disinformation campaign on Nepal-US relations was such that the US government was forced to release a 10-point factual sheet to tackle the misinformation that was spread by Nepali media on the prodding of Beijing. The US clarified that Nepalis will lead MCC project teams, the agreement not prevailing over Nepal's constitution, the agreement not being a military agreement. MCC funding cannot be used for military assistance or training, it not being a part of the Indo-Pacific strategy, and that it was 100% grant funding, not loans. These clarifications had to be issued to counter the substantial disinformation campaign that was launched by China-backed media. As per a Nepali journalist and author Baburam Vishwakarma, China has penetrated the media system in Nepal at a very significant level. Media and journalists are simply not writing on this issue due to various reasons. However, any negative news related to India and the United States is highlighted massively by the same media. Today, China has aggressively advanced the strategy of using Nepal to its geopolitical advantage. China has increased investment and interference in the media in Nepal to build public opinion in its favor. China has also mobilized Chinese journalists in the media by teaching them the Nepali language to achieve this goal. China has understood that the media has a strong influence on political parties, the state system, and society as a whole. Therefore, China has already created a network of journalists working for its own interests, following an agreement with Nepal on the Belt and Road Initiative projects. It is making special investments in Nepal to safeguard the security sensitivity of Tibet and the investment of Chinese businessmen in Nepal. Because of China's economic and technological investment, the government, political parties, and concerned bodies have not been able to speak openly about China's growing interference in Nepal, even though they have violated the diplomatic code of conduct. In the context of Nepal becoming a playground of geopolitical power centers, it is certain that China's influence within the state apparatus and media will not decrease but will grow further instead. There is a risk that Nepal's strategic and internal security and non-aligned foreign policy may be in serious crisis as the influence of China has already reached the level of intervention. Such a risk for a small country like Nepal can emerge as a challenge that it cannot face.